Hey everyone, DoomerDuck here. So I've really wanted to start a new series on my channel about Dark Souls 3 content, since you really never see stuff about this game nowadays, which really pains me since it's easily one of my favorite games ever. So this is a endgame, Soul Level 89, invasion build based around intelligence weapons. It is meant to be an assassin build for the Grand Archives. I'm a big fan of lore builds, but you know, it's a fairly simple build. I've got the Greatsword Judgment, the Flamberge, Moonlight Greatsword, War Banner, Crow Quills, so on and so forth. You get the gist. One thing that I really love about this build is that I don't use any like damaging spells in the sense of projectiles. I only have what I consider utility spells. I think that Snap Freeze and Pestilent Mist are really good get off of me options. Area denial, especially Pestilent Mist. It doesn't look like a lot of damage when you stand in it, but god, that racks up quickly. Especially you see, you saw that range. That it even lasts. But yeah. Anyways, and then we have Hidden Body, which originally I wasn't even going to use this, but I did see a video of using the Untrue White Ring to look like one of the little phantoms that you'll sometimes see walking by. So that's always fun for invasions. You'd be shocked at how many people just never see that coming. But anyways, yeah, so this build is meant for the Grand Archives, lore-wise at least. I'll invade more lore-wise, but, we'll see what content we can get. This is on PlayStation 4. I don't know why. I play on multiple consoles, but I've noticed that PlayStation 4 gets, or PlayStation at least, gets so much more content. Well, yeah, it gets more content as well as more just online interactions. I don't know why that is. Like, I'll very rarely get invasions in Dark Souls 3 on Xbox, but here it's like you invade once and you just immediately get one. So we'll see where this guy is. He hasn't been up here since all the enemies are still alive. The guys down there are dead, so I'm assuming that he's going to be around the corner here. One thing that I really hate about this area, firstly, the Grand Archives is one of my favorite areas in the entire series, especially for invasions. It's beautiful in terms of invasions. But one thing that I hate specifically about this area is this room here. I cannot understate or overstate how much I hate this place. These stairs specifically. Whenever you invade people, for me at least, they'll always be on these stairs and they'll be moving up and down them whenever you're fighting. And it just messes up your lock-on so much and it sucks. But anyhow, okay, so he hasn't been in here yet, so I'm hoping he's not sitting at the bonfire. Oh no, there he is. He's probably gonna hear this, but we'll see. Oh, okay, he didn't see. Shocking. I really thought he would hear me. But yeah, okay, he's using the Exile Curved Greatsword, which I personally have a lot of problems with that weapon, just curved greatswords in general. They're really nasty if they hit you, especially if they know how to do the true combo and so on. But yeah, no. God, and that running attack is just gross. In a good way, of course. So, we're kind of just in the neutral, so I'm going to try and Snap Freeze him to get some extra damage off. Maybe I can... Ooh, that wasn't the play. I'm hoping that maybe I can kind of corral him into the next dark room. No, you get away. Ooh, okay, so that's not going to work there. Running attack? No, shockingly not. Okay. Okay, so we're pretty evenly matched, but... Well... Okay. He's also fairly passive. I think that you can parry two-handed curved greatswords, but I don't want to test that. Mainly because I don't have a parry shield, but... we'll see. We'll see how it goes. One thing that I really like about the Greatsword of Judgment as opposed to something like, I don't know, a Crystal Claymore is, as well as the Flamberge, is I really like the heavies. I know how the pokes are just inherently better, especially damage-wise. But God, just that downward slam, nobody ever expects it. I even caught this guy with it too, so... Alright, well, he's kinda admittedly beating my ass, so... Here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna go into the next room. This is not a duel. This is an invasion. That's one thing that I really see you guys never getting, especially people that I invade. This is an invasion, not a duel. I am not gonna abide by some stupid honor rule where I don't heal and let you beat me to a pulp. No, I'm gonna sit in the level and wait for you to progress. That doesn't mean I'm gonna wait until the very end of the level, once you've been softened up by all the enemies, but, I mean, hey, if I can get one of these guys to ping a couple spells at you, that, you know, I'm not gonna complain about that. Okay, never mind, he's not doing anything, so I'm gonna swap to a spear, and that should work better. Should be able to just kinda outspace him, maybe. Yep. Perfect. One thing that, as an invader, that I personally always forget to do, always bring multiple tools. Don't think of your weapons as weapons, think of them as tools. Like, for example, the Crow Quills, great for parries. Oh, oops. Great for parries, great for running attacks, but you know. Okay, I'm dead there. Okay, oh well. What'll you do? But anyways, yeah, think of your weapons as more like tools for certain situations. Like if you have an ultra great sword or like an ultra great hammer, something with a lot of poise, think of that as your weapon for groups. Like if you have 3 really aggressive people, if you just swap to a great hammer, if your build can use it, you can just hit all of them. I have a build at this exact same level on Xbox that is built around the spiked mace, which has become one of my favorite great hammers in the entire game. Love it to death. But God, no, the amount of mileage I get out of that thing is crazy. You know, you should have a weapon that is good for that. You should have a weapon that's great for spacing. One that I've really found that works well is the Corvian Great Scythe, oddly enough. And I guess that goes without saying, any scythe will work, but the Corvian Great Scythe is just a personal favorite of mine, damage-wise. Okay, let's see what we got here. I've kind of noticed I'm not getting many groups, and that kind of saddens me. Okay, so we got a Flamberge? Ooh. Okay. Shield of Want, Fallen Knight. Oh no, I think that's a Taurus's. Okay. No, whoops, that is the Black Knight Greatsword. So I think this guy's new. That's a bit mean, but no. Gosh, where was I? Right, weapon tools. I think that you should always have different tools for different jobs. I'll give the Aquamarine Dagger a little chance here. I love this thing. God, it has the damage of like a way larger weapon. At least like okay, I shouldn't say that. It's not amazing damage-wise, but you know, it has its uses certainly. Especially for breaking shields, oddly enough. Like so. Really fast weapon. You got some chip damage out of the magic scaling. I think that its roll catches are really good. Please forgive me, my controller has drift, so sometimes it'll make me jitter around, and God, the amount of times that has made me miss really easy attacks pains me. I really love how you can also just kind of mash R1 with this thing, and, you know, you'll usually be faster than your enemy and have more damage. Not to mention, you'll look sick as hell doing it. I'm kind of shocked at just the damage of the dagger part itself. 121 isn't wonderful, but what is that? Oh, you poor sweet summer child. Oh my god. So what he just tried to do to me was use reports. That is a spell that, or a pyromancy actually, you can get about midway through the game, early to mid, in Demon Ruins from a pyromancy tome you can get there. What report does, it will target certain undead enemies, and what it will do is turn them to your side for a little bit. But anyhow, I don't know what he was expecting to do with that. But oh god, I don't wanna fight this guy and like beat him. So I'll let him get that. There's a ladder, or lever, not ladder. Oh no. Now, I love invading, but I hate being mean as an invader. Like, you'll never see me with, like, split leafs, laps, all that. You won't see me doing, like, a chaos dagger, or, whatever, to one-shot people. That's personally not my style. I like lore builds and stuff, like this, you know? I like builds that you can easily be confused. My ultimate goal as an invader is I want to invade somebody and I want them to not be sure if I'm an NPC or not. That I think is a beautiful thing. Oh, did you notice it's a lever? Yes, thank God. Okay, good. Now I can kill him without feeling bad. Okay, but anyways, that is one thing that I will never do as an invader. I will never be mean. There are very few cases where I will actively be mean. Oh, I couldn't call the lever or the elevator down. But yeah, there's very few cases whenever I will be mean as an invader. For example, if you're another PvPer, or somebody who obviously knows how to play the game, I wouldn't say I'll be mean, but I won't go easy on you, per se. Let's see. If you are playing with multiple friends, that's fine. I actually prefer if you play with friends, because it makes more PvP for me, and it's fun. Whatever. It makes me feel like a little raid boss. But, yeah. I will, however, be mean to you if you do nothing but sit at the bonfire and just re-summon your friends 24/7. It was the YouTuber Saint Riot, I believe. Great man, love him to death. He partly got me into most of the builds that I use. Go check him out. But anyways, I believe it was Saint Riot who said something along the lines of, and I quote, "It's duel at the bonfire Souls 3." And what that means pretty much is exactly what it sounds like. God, Dark Souls 3 is nothing but wall-to-wall bonfires. Again, to quote Saint. And you know, what you'll do is you'll invade, and whatever. It could be 4 people even. The moment you kill one of their phantoms, or even just invade them, what they'll do, God, especially in this area, is they'll just sit at the bonfire, or like the bonfire area, and just not do anything and wait for you. One area that I love invading in is the Catacombs of Carthus. And the bonfire area for that is very secluded. You know, it's just a little tunnel or whatever. And God, I hate it. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I think that area is great for invasions. But it's such a short level. So people like the Grand Archives. I get if you want to sit at the bonfire since you don't want to lose your souls midway through it and have to go through and die immediately. But like the Catacombs, at least, God, there's like you can get through that area in like 5 seconds. It feels like there's an entire skip for half of the level, for God's sake. But yeah, you know, you'll have people sitting at the bonfires and just doing nothing except waiting for you, you know, whittling you down, and then, you know, suddenly they're the best player ever when they beat you, with no risk involved for them. But yeah, that's whatever, you know. That is another case where I will be a mean player sometimes. Not all the time, but definitely there are times. Well, let's see what else. So far though, that's the only 2 things that come to mind. I dislike being a mean invader. Ooh, that's a great sword. Okay. Anyhow. Yeah, no, so I think the Dark Souls 3 invasions are amazing. I love them, personally, but God, do they ever have their issues. They have many glaring issues. Bonfire duelists being the main one. I hate those rats. But yeah. Despite its flaws, I think that it is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Ooh, I like this guy's fashion. I love the From helmet like anything. I think that it's just such an amazing piece of armor. It's pretty good stat-wise as well. Ooh, that would have been nasty if you hit me with Stamp. Cathedral Knight Ultra Greatsword, you never see that. I love that weapon so much. The only thing that I dislike about it is that, I think that moveset sucks. I far prefer my greatswords to have sweeping attacks. But God, if there was a greatsword, I mean, I know there is the Lothric Knight Greatsword. You know, the sweeping moveset with the pokes, I think, is just the best Greatsword moveset. Like, you know, you'll get all these Guts cosplayers using the Guts Greatsword. And, you know, that's whatever. It's an amazing weapon. Like, actually, that weapon is crazy. It's wonderful. You know, but, God, there's so many other good choices. Like again, the Lothric Knight Greatsword. That thing is just beautiful. Anyhow, I'm ranting. Though I guess that's the entire point of this. Moving on. Let's focus on the invasion a bit more. So this guy is actually playing fairly aggressively. Very much going heavy on the lights. Okay, didn't kill him there. Good. I hate whenever invasions last like no time at all. Oh, poke. Nope. I don't know what's up with me being able to poke him like out of his attacks. He should be out poisoning me. I guess I'm just attacking him whenever his hyper armor is inactive, but that's so weird. I hit him out of a stomp. Maybe he doesn't have any FP. Sometimes whenever I'm invading, I'll let them get a couple hits off. That wasn't the case here. He did hit me, but you know, if I'm invading somebody new, I'll let them get a couple hits off on me, because I don't want to immediately disparage somebody. I think that's super mean. But anyhow, yeah, no, I'm really enjoying this so far. I do kind of have a gripe with greatswords, ultra greatswords. I mean, especially the vertical ones. God, that second hit always gets me because I have a tendency to roll behind. Anyways, I have a tendency to roll behind. I wonder. I wonder. I don't know what I was. Oh, holy! It actually worked. Okay. I don't know what I was doing there, but it worked. Anyways, yeah. So I have a tendency to you know, roll behind you whenever I'm invading, and those weapons specifically, God, it's, ooh, yeah, that hit specifically, it still has an active hitbox on the, like the backswing, so that usually roll catches me pretty nastily, if that is a word. So, okay, I wonder if I can get him with Frost again. If so, then that's awesome, because that's free damage on my end. Okay. I really want to try and get my buff off, but I feel like that's just going to end up with me getting hit. Perfect timing, though. Awesome. I don't just want to immediately kill... Oh. Oh, well. Alright, well that was a good fight. GG's, Grim. That was really fun. Yeah, no. I love invading. I hate it whenever it's a solo host, because then it just turns into a duel. That, on the other hand, was really fun, because, it wasn't somebody who's a tryhard or whatever. You know. So that's always nice. But it wasn't somebody who was, you know, helpless. God, I invaded somebody using a follower's torch once. Which, you know, it's an okay weapon. Keyword okay. But they did not have a build geared towards it. It was, not great. So that's what I consider helpless. And they were in Anor Londo. So, I digress. Yeah, no, so, I don't know. The Grand Archives, I think, are an amazing area to invade in. They're wonderful. They have so much verticality. The enemy placement is great. You know, it's not enemies that'll just immediately one-shot you, but it's not completely squishy enemies. It's a perfect balance. Ooh, here's a great example of bonfire duelists. I'm assuming that this person was just sitting at the bonfire normally, but oh no, green herb. I think this is a PvP here. Ooh, definitely a PvP. He's rolling. Or reaction rolling, I should say. Yeah, he's just gonna reaction roll everything, so... You know what? Ooh. Ooh, this is gonna be really fun then. Hold on. God, the only thing that I hate is the meta. So I'm gonna be using... I love using admittedly bad weapons. Such as, of course, the Aquamarine Dagger. So I'm kind of shocked that I'm kind of messing him up with this. Okay, that was really fun. I was not expecting the Aquamarine Dagger to do that much mileage. Holy. Okay, that was really fun. One thing that I really recommend for people trying to PvP, use weapons that you like, okay? Use weapons you like, or think look cool. Don't just look up, you know, top 10 meta builds for Dark Souls 3 and then just end up using like a claymore or something. Unless, of course, you know, that's your preferred weapon. But, you know, use weapons that you like. Like, the Aquamarine Dagger is such a stupid weapon. Like, the stamina cost for it is crazy for a dagger, I mean. Like, transformed, it's almost double the cost. Though, I think it's faster, even. Feels faster. But yeah, no, it's, something else. But yeah, use weapons that you think are cool, not weapons that, you know, are overpowered. Like, I have the Darkmoon longbow on this. If I wanted to use a really good bow, I would just be using the Bow of Ferris, you know? But, yeah. I think that the best thing that you can do for PvP, use weapons you like. Don't just be a slave to the meta. You know, don't be using Karthus Curved Sword, so on and so forth. If that even is the meta. God, I am so out of touch with this game. And its meta. I hate playing at that level. But yeah, just play with what you like, you know? As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to call that a night for now, in terms of invading. Possibly, or at least, you know, recording. So yeah, closing thoughts. Use what you like when invading. Try out invading, definitely, if you've never done it. God, look at that FP usage. Anyhow, yeah, just do what you like in terms of the game, you know? There's nobody telling you that, oh yeah, these are the only weapons that you can use. You're only allowed to do a 40-40 Lothric Knight longsword, Dex Faith, or my bad, Int Faith Dark build, you know? There's nothing saying that, and you really don't need to do that, so, you know. I think that if any Soulsborne game had to get a resurgence in terms of, you know, player count and PvP, I think Dark Souls 3 is the one to really deserve that. Because, dear God, I love this game with my entire heart and soul, and it's just, it's a beautiful thing, I think. So yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts. Give Dark Souls 3 PvP a shot if you haven't already, and yeah, see you guys.